Xiaomi just dropped the HyperOS 3 documentation, and I'm going to be real with you. The Appleification of Xiaomi is finally complete, but in a way you might actually love. We're talking about a system that doesn't just copy the competition, but tries to out-engineer it with in-house kernels and literal quantum-level encryption. But here's the kicker. They are finally letting Xiaomi phones play nice with iPhones and iPads. Is this the unified ecosystem we've been promised, or just more marketing fluff wrapped in pretty animations? Today at NexLab Reviews, we're breaking down the 19 major updates in HyperOS 3. Let's see if your device made the cut and if these AI features are actually worth the hype. We have to start with the foundation. Xiaomi is leaning hard into their in-house chip expertise here. They've optimized the hotspot instruction compiler within the kernel. Now, in plain English, that means the phone is smarter about predicting which apps you're about to use and prepping the CPU for it. They claim performance is stronger than ever, and they've specifically overhauled the graphics rendering to be more stable. I'll be the devil's advocate here. We hear smoother than ever every year. The real test will be if a Redmi Note 14 feels as snappy as a Xiaomi 15 after 6 months of use. Next up, eye candy. Xiaomi says they've refined over 100 system-wide animations. We're talking about a seamless visual experience where every swipe and gesture feels intentional. It's easy to dismiss this as just looks, but UI fluidity is what makes a phone feel premium. If the animations stutter, the smooth experience they promised in Checkpoint 1 falls apart. They're aiming for a fluid look, which sounds like they're trying to match the iOS standard. It's a bold claim, but if they pull it off, it changes the perception of HyperOS from bloated to polished. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Xiaomi HyperIsland. Yes, it's their version of the dynamic island. They're calling it the one place for everything you need to keep an eye on. You can switch between content smoothly and effortlessly, and it even integrates with floating windows. Just swipe down to open one. Is it a copy? Absolutely. Is it useful? Probably. If Xiaomi can get third-party developers to actually support HyperIsland, it might become more than just a place to see your stopwatch. AI is the soul of HyperOS 3, starting with the Xiaomi Cinematic Lock Screen. This isn't just a static image anymore. Xiaomi claims a new story begins with every unlock. It uses depth mapping to separate your subject from the background, creating a cinematic layer effect. It's a small touch, but it's part of this larger trend of making your phone feel less like a tool and more like a personalized piece of tech. I'm curious to see how much battery this eats, though. Cinematic visuals usually come at a cost. Building on the lock screen, we have AI dynamic wallpapers. The system can take your standard photos and transform them into stunning cinematic visuals. It's likely using generative AI to fill in edges or add subtle motion to things like water or clouds. It's a cool party trick, but the real value is in the personalized editing. You can easily set up your lock screen and wallpapers exactly how you like. It's about giving the user control over the aesthetic, which has always been a Xiaomi strength. The home screen is getting a facelift too. We're getting all new icons and what Xiaomi calls more fun and versatile widgets. The design language seems to be shifting towards something more modern and less cluttered. In previous versions, Xiaomi's widgets felt a bit hit or miss, often looking mismatched. With HyperOS 3, it feels like they're finally aiming for a cohesive design language that doesn't feel like a collection of random apps. Gallery apps are usually boring, but Xiaomi is adding a customizable layout. You can now switch between views and choose exactly what you want to see the moment you open the app. This is a huge quality of life update. If you have 10,000 photos, being able to customize how you browse them is vital. It's a small detail, but it shows Xiaomi is listening to users who were tired of the one-size-fits-all grid. Speaking of photos, searching for them is getting a massive AI boost. The search is now optimized for 10 common categories like food and landscapes. They've added smart recommendations to make finding that one specific photo from 3 years ago faster and more accurate. It's similar to what Google Photos does, but it's happening on device, which is better for privacy and speed. HyperOS 3 isn't just for phones. The tablet experience is getting a serious pro upgrade. The stylus now features ultra-low latency and pressure sensitivity for a more natural writing experience. If you're an artist or a student, this is the update you've been waiting for. They're finally trying to close the gap between the Xiaomi Pad and the iPad Pro. The biggest change for tablets, though, is the split-screen multitasking. They've introduced a new 1:9 ratio. This gives you much more flexible window management, allowing for a vertical split view that actually makes sense on a large display. Usually, split screen feels cramped, but this 1:9 layout suggests you can keep a chat or a Notes app pinned to the side without ruining your main workspace.
Here's a feature I haven't seen anywhere else: cast workout stats. When you're recording a workout vlog on your phone, your watch's real-time fitness stats appear directly on the camera view. This is genius for fitness influencers or anyone who tracks their progress on camera. It's a perfect example of HyperConnect working in the real world, making two devices feel like one. Now we get into the heavy-duty AI stuff, Xiaomi HyperAI. There's a new AI writing tool that includes smart screen recognition to identify images and generate captions instantly. But the real star is DeepThink mode. It generates thoughtful insights and high-quality content inside the Notes app. You can even choose from 4 different writing styles. As a creator, I'm skeptical. AI writing can often feel generic, but if it helps with quick captions or summarizing long thoughts, it's a win. For meetings and lectures, AI speech recognition is a game changer. It can enhance voice by reducing background noise during playback. It transcribes in real time, and once you're done, it gives you an instant summary. No more re-listening to hour-long meetings just to find one action point. This is the kind of boring tech that actually saves you hours every week. Search is also getting an AI overhaul. You get AI-generated summaries of your search results. You can find on-device content more quickly, but you can also search the web and get accurate answers instantly. It's essentially building a search engine directly into the OS. My question is, how does this affect battery life and data usage if every search is pinging a heavy AI model? Xiaomi is also tackling the language barrier with AI Translate. There's an AI interpreter for simultaneous translation during calls and conferences. They even have AI subtitles that translate audio into bilingual subtitles in real time. And for travelers, the AI Translate conversation mode works offline for face-to-face talks. If the offline translation is actually accurate, this is a massive feature for international users. Here is where things get interesting. Xiaomi isn't just relying on their own AI, they're deeply integrating Google Gemini. You get Gemini Live with screen share, meaning you can ask Gemini about anything you see on your screen in real time. Most importantly, Gemini can now pull info and take actions across both Xiaomi and Google apps in a single prompt. This is a level of integration we rarely see from third-party manufacturers. It even includes Gemini-powered image generation. This is the mic drop moment for HyperOS 3, Xiaomi HyperConnect. You can now touch devices to share photos, files, and even Wi-Fi passwords, and it works with Apple devices. But wait, it gets crazier. You can run Xiaomi phone apps on your iPad with Home Screen Plus for iPad. It supports iPad multitasking, allows you to resize windows, and you can even unlock the connection using your iPad's Face ID or Touch ID. Xiaomi is basically saying, keep your iPad, but use our phone. It's a brilliant strategy to lure Apple users into the Xiaomi ecosystem. With all this connectivity, privacy is the big concern. Xiaomi's claiming quantum-level data protection. They're using post-quantum encryption to strengthen communication channels. It sounds like sci-fi, but it's basically future-proofing your data against next-generation hacking. They've also implemented edge-to-cloud AI data security, keeping your personal data on-device whenever possible. It's all powered by their MiTE security protocol, allowing for cross-device biometric unlocking across the whole ecosystem.
So, when do you get it? The rollout starts with the Xiaomi 15 series and the new Mix Flip in October-November 2025. Most POCO and Redmi users, like the POCO F7 or Redmi Note 14 Pro, will see updates in that same window. Older flagships like the Xiaomi 14 and 13 series will follow through late 2025 and into early 2026. HyperOS 3 feels like Xiaomi is finally growing up.
It's less about more features and more about better connections. But what do you think? Is the Apple compatibility a game changer or a gimmick? Let me know in the comments. The tech world moves fast. Subscribe to NexLab Reviews to stay updated on the updates. I'll tell you which software actually fits your devices.